Ready. We getting ready.
All right, here we come. Here we
Here we
come.
come. Here we come.
Are you watching the screen?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm ducking out.
All right then.
I'll talk to you later.
All right
All right.
then.
Okay.
Okay. All right then. Brandon, is me and you in this interview on tonight. I'm going to put myself over the top of you on here, and so the viewers will see mainly you. Okay? So here's how it works. We've got 30 minutes that you have to talk about, your being a student athlete, academics, being an entrepreneur, and keep this in mind. You're on the World Wide Web. So people are looking at you that don't even live here in Texas. So make sure, like the technical director told you, speak clearly so that people can hear you. And they'll send chats to the chat box, okay? So first of all, I want you to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you.
Alright, hello everybody. My name is Brandon Jones. I go to Mark High School. I play football, basketball, run track. I was playing a little baseball. But yeah, I got my own business. I make shirts, pants, shorts, joggers, cups, posters, whatever you really want, I can make it. Yard signs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
that's really good.
how old were you when you started your business?
I was like 15 years old.
Mm-hmm. And what inspires you? What inspires you to start your business?
I see my aunt making shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And one day she asked me if I wanted to learn, and I did. And it was easy money.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. And so your business is prospering pretty good, or you ran into some glitches since the pandemic? How would you?
It's like a roller coaster. It's up and down.
Okay.
It depends really how everybody feeling.
Okay.
When I first started, it was up. Right now it's kind of down, but everything gonna have some problems.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, every business is that way. And you being a young entrepreneur, you'll have to keep yourself connected to people with a business mind. And a good benefit for you is that your mom and dad both are entrepreneurs as well. So you kind of can learn from them. We move to something else. We still gonna overall through this interview talk. We're gonna be swinging back and forth on some subjects that I want to make sure I touch on from people asking me to have you to talk about. A lot of older people that knew that you were coming on tonight were asking me to ask you, with the pandemic, what was some of the struggles that you had, that they would say academically, how did it impact you in not just your sports as a student athlete, but also in your academics?
For my academics part, when we switched from going to school in person
Mm-hmm.
and homeschool, having to do the work on the computer, that was kind of tough because I learned better when I'm in person, and me having to learn from the computer all day, it wasn't like as easy. But I still got it done. I still got it done, and yeah, and I take the college classes. That online too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really do that good this year, but I'm gonna try it again next year, and I'm gonna be able to do it in person. So I know I'm gonna be better next year.
a mental strain on you?
Yeah, it did because I'm having to do that, and I'm having to do like my own workouts. Cause I couldn't go to the school for my football workouts, so we had to do it at home.
Hmm.
And when I work out and when I do really anything, I like to be in person, like hands on. So
Okay.
it was kind of like totally different.
So you would say on a scale from 1 to 10, because this is another thing that's being asked. Did you feel that any type of depression or anything mentally that you felt that it was impacting that maybe nobody else as adults would even think you were going through?
Nah, not really. It was a little tough, but I ain't never get to that point.
Okay. What about some of your What about some of your friends?
My friends, some of them, I ain't gonna say they was depressed, but some of them gave in easier than most of them than others.
Mm-hmm.
But most of them did what they had to do. But some of them, they gave in and they didn't really handle their business.
So when you say gave in, what do you mean by that?
Like they didn't finish. Like they didn't do what they're supposed to do.
So they quit school?
I'm not gonna say that they didn't quit school, but they wasn't doing their work. They wasn't doing the stuff that I was doing.
Okay. What do you feel like pushed you and some of the other ones that stayed with it? But first, let's talk about you. What kept you grounded to continue to stay in your sports, do what you had to do as far as a student athlete and your academics? Who specifically or anybody?
What pushed me first was my parents. They made sure that I didn't get off track. Always. And me, I push my own self. Because I always think about my future. Everything, I think about my own future. And I know what I want. I know that's the future. So I know everything right now is going to reflect in my future.
Exactly.
So I make sure I make the right decision right now.
So your parents, they kind of was that driving force.
Yeah. And you.
And yourself. You're right. You're right.
I'm talking about you.
Oh, me? Oh, okay. Miss, you have a question here for you. I told you we're going to kind of go back and forward. How do you market your business?
When I first started, I didn't have a Facebook. So like y'all, like you, my mom, my aunt, some of the adults in the family, they'll post it. I'll post on like Instagram and Snapchat and stuff. But as we going, I got a Facebook and I started posting on Facebook a little bit. I still post on Instagram, social media stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, most people might who buys it, they tell somebody else to buy it, to shop with me. And that's how I get around.
Okay. Just other people helping you to market it, and hold on a minute. You got some people coming on just speaking to you. Want you to know that they're on here watching you. Your Aunt Cheryl is on here, and Sister Crystal is on here, and Miss Jackie is on here. They watching you. So this is very interesting, and they want you to continue to share what you're talking about. They're enjoying it so far. Okay? And again, like Miss Jackie was telling you, was that there are people watching you that you will never meet in your life. So making sure that her being the technical director, she lets me know when we need to speak clearly so people can hear You have Ashley's coming home on Ashley, your cousin. She's rooting you on. So I just wanted to stop right there for a few minutes and let you know you got people watching you. So, Brandon, I want to go back to academics because a lot of the people that are coming on are either parents or grandparents, and they have a concern about the children, their children or their grandchildren, and how they're handling stuff mentally is very important to them. And what you are saying today, that support system that you have, a lot of kids don't have it. So my question is, what would you say to a parent, a mother, a father, grandparents, or just a family member that's saying, Brandon, I know you're in school and you're telling us how you're getting through it. What would you say to my child if my child could just share with you that they didn't feel like they could hang in there? They're doing the sports, they're trying to do their coursework, but they feel like they're at wit's end. What would you say to them?
I'm gonna tell them just think about their teacher before they do anything that they would regret. Think about their family and their parents and how they would feel if they don't handle their business.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, including their parents, make sacrifices for them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a slap in the face. If they can't just handle that, it's because it's just simple.
Mm-hmm.
Not that much that we really got to do.
Uh-huh.
But really just think about the future.
Mm-hmm.
How it can turn out.
Uh-huh. When you talk about future, well, your mom is on there now. She said, hey, Brandon. Listen, got another question for you from your Aunt Cheryl. She says, Brandon, how did the pandemic affect you as a young man? And then how did it affect you mentally? The first question is, how did it affect you as a young man? And the second question is, how did it affect you mentally? This is coming from your nanny.
It affected me, and it affected me educationally and with my sports. But it mainly affected me in my sports, because I still passed my sophomore year, and I'm in my junior right now, but I still got through my sophomore year. But it stopped me from working out how I was supposed to. It didn't allow me to work all the way. Mm-hmm. That was so easy who was gonna play or not.
Uh-huh.
So I couldn't really just work out how I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And my mental, it was good. I was here when I had the time at home. I worked out, but yeah.
Okay. The thing of it is that she wants you to talk a little more about the mental part. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the people who are in the chat, they're either parents or grandparents, and they know people who have children, and they're trying to, basically, they want to get from you how to help their children. Their children are students. Their children are going through things. And let me be honest with you, a lot of what's happening is people are a little bit afraid that their children aren't opening up about how this is impacting them mentally. And so they're looking to you through this interview to kind of give them some information that they can kind of go from and maybe see how they can start communicating with their daughter or with their son, with their grandkids.
All right. It was stressful. That's
listening. I'm just in the chat. I'm trying to listen. You have them in the chat.
Oh, yeah, it was a lot going on. And it's just stressful. Especially on younger kids. They don't know how to handle it. And so for the kids that don't got nobody there to push them, it was really stressful for them. For me, it was stressful, but I had jobs to support me, push me through it. So I got through it.
Okay. So overall, what I hear you saying, that you realize that some of the people around you, especially the ones that you say gave up, they were struggling, mentally, going through something, but did not know how to express themselves. And, again, when I take a look at this pandemic, it's had a toll on all of us. And we as adults, sometimes we were so busy trying to make sure everything was okay, we forgot to check in on you guys, because a lot of people that graduated, it impacted them mentally. And so thank you for sharing that. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'll listen to you.
Okay, I'm gonna read some more of the chats because you got a lot in the chat, so I'm trying to keep up with it. Okay, so I have a message here to you. Your mom is sharing in the chat that she received an email from your history teacher today saying that you are an awesome student and that you try really hard in his class and you lead by example. He even encourages, saying you encourage other students to complete assignments. Brandon, that's awesome, because in college, you keep talking about the future, and let me tell you, that is a good mindset, good concept to keep in mind, because you're not going to always be in school. And what I hear you saying, and the people that's on here viewing, is hearing you saying you gotta think right now, all you can stay focused in on is the future. And so there may be some of your classmates that don't understand that. So you being on here tonight, the message that you are sending is you got to focus on the future. So we thank you for saying that on tonight in this interview. And you're going to impact a lot of people. Let me get back to the chat section because you got some more chats. That's your Aunt Cheryl said that what you just shared, that's what she wanted to hear. And because it was stressful as a young person. And she wanted to thank you for being honest on this interview tonight. And then again, Sister Crystal is on there, and she's complimenting you as well for being honest on this interview. And that is so important that, go ahead.
I was saying thank y'all for y'all support too.
Okay. So they hear you, and that's a good thing. I want to move on in the interview because we got about 8.5 more minutes left. One of the things I want to ask you is go back to one of the original questions was about your business, because I know that's something you're passionate about. And how do you connect what you are doing now to furthering yourself in your business? It may not be that. You I think are planning on just being a lifelong entrepreneur. Can you kind of tell us about what your college pathway to college, career, and some of the things you're trying to do in order to go to college? Just kind of share that with us. And just your future.
Alright, I plan on going to college for business, and I got a few businesses that I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start the 2021. I plan on starting a vending machine business. I plan on
gym, and what else? Brandon? Uh-oh, the screen froze. Okay, you back. Internet connection. You're back. Is something going on with the internet?
Yeah.
Okay, you back though.
Yeah. Really, every day I try to find something to do
Mm-hmm.
to get some money to do a business.
Mm-hmm.
That's my goal.
Okay. Okay. So I know that you have dreams of going to the NFL. How heartfelt are you on that?
That's still my number one goal.
Okay.
But I still got that's why I want my business. So if that don't go right, I still got that to fall back on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ashley said she just wanted to let you know that she's proud of you. That's your cousin. But so I want to kind of, before we get off of here on tonight, allow you the opportunity to just kind of share other things that you might be passionate about and you just want people to know.
Yeah. My mom was talking to me earlier. She was telling me that people that the market was just all bad. Everybody thought we were just bad people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not true. It's just a few select people.
Mm-hmm.
Me and all my friends, we're not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we do positive impact on the community.
Mm-hmm.
But it is some people that's not all the way straight, but how people look on the mark is not true on how they look on us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What about traveling? Because you love traveling and you always said you wanted to travel. What are your views on that?
It's like everybody needs to travel. They clear your mind, give you a new state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody, before you go, you deserve to travel at least a few times.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's a good thing. I'm just kind of trying to look at some other things that you might want to share with us, because this is your interview, and I want you to know, as Miss Jackie was telling you before we went live, that this won't be your last time on here. Because one thing about this podcast is an information podcast, okay? And you may have some of your friends that you know may want to come on and share something on information, just like you're doing on a podcast with us. It's, just myself and Miss Jackie, and we're trying to make this thing work to where, there's a platform for those who are celebrities, but everyday people don't get that same platform. So that's what we're trying to provide through this platform. So, we may not have millions of people, but we have people who need to hear what everyday people are going through. And what you did tonight has impacted so many people to the point of there are people who watch, and I don't know until I actually get off, and people will send messages to me and say I was watching and things like that. So what you have done tonight on this platform, it's just it's invaluable. It's so invaluable. And I want you to know that you coming on as a young man is really helps, because we want our young people to know that they matter too. And something that I like saying all the time that I say to you, and you really taught me to get up and go again, was the fact that whenever you win a game or you lose a game, the next day you get up and go to practice. And I, as a grandmother, am so proud of you for that. And you know what that told me? No matter what I might feel like I failed at, get back up and go to practice. That's what you taught me. And I am so proud of how you look at your parents. You might not always agree with them, and most kids don't. They don't agree with everything. But one thing that you have told us on tonight is that your parents help to keep you grounded. And you live in the house with a coach, so you know how that goes. Your dad is a coach, so you can't get around it. But we thank God for you. We thank God for the blessing of you agreeing to come on. And look here, we got like 1 minute. So what do you want to say before we end on tonight?
Thank you everybody for watching. Come back to the next one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ayana said, great job, Brand. Love you. That comes from Ayana and Taskia. Yes. All right. We thank you so much for coming on. We look forward on our next interview with you. And just stay the course. And I'm quite sure we'll get some more comments after we leave off of here. But thank you again for coming on. All right? Okay. Bye-bye.